This thing came with too much shit too. I got like the little filter thing before you.
Oh yeah,
squeak
I don't
into
use
it.
none of that shit. That's all a bunch of shit in your face and in your mouth.
That's
and,
so when I sing that it
well, sure.
fucking sounds good then.
Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like then nobody can see you. You got just a pile of stuff in your face. You're trying to talk, and it's all like this, and you're like looking over it. You know?
Yeah. No, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what this stuff is for either. I don't know. Shock mount.
Yeah.
That's for when you go like off roading with the
We're gonna
mic.
do this in a car someday.
Well, I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't.
Well, I mean, we'll have to get a flatbed so I can hang out in the back.
Yeah.
We're gonna go live from downtown. That's what we're gonna do one day. We're gonna get that big.
Some downtown, Marinette.
Yeah.
Get
We'll
after
go
it.
down to the lighthouse. We'll do a thing right out there.
Oh, there you go.
Waves will be hitting us and shit. It'll be cool.
Oh my god, this thing's gonna snap in my face. I can already tell.
You got that baby banjo tight. Sounds like.
Yeah. Well, she's brand new, so. Can you hear that?
I can hear that twanging.
Yeah.
It's a twanger.
It's an instrument, man.
So how's your day, man?
Oh, dude, I saw today on my route this dude, full grown dude on a big wheel. You remember not the like the hoverboard big wheels,
the
but like
plastic things you
the
sit
plastic toy with the 3 wheels on it.
in? Yeah.
One of those, except it was like adult size version. And I'm like, my first thought was like, sweet, I want one. Second thought was after I saw him drive by, I'm like, what is that dude on? Like he looked like he was on cloud 9. Just I don't know, man. It was weird.
Some people
I said hi. He had no idea I was even there.
You know, sometimes I do that too. Like if I'm out walking and I'll say hi to somebody, but most people got like the little earbuds in now.
Yeah.
And you don't know. And it's like you think they're being rude. And then
Right.
they're like, then they go by and you're like, oh, okay. You know, ever since a few years ago with all the COVID and stuff, you know what I mean? Like everybody's mentality and shit's different now.
Yep.
Like, you know, everybody's like,
No, it's true, man. Like there's ladies walking around with masks and stuff yet. Like I get it. And I think you had mentioned something about that the other day. We want to talk about that, right?
I did. I texted you and I'm like, dude.
And let's hit on that now. Like it's a weird thing. And I get it. You know, if you want to wear a mask, so like whatever, to each their own. But it's kind of weird now, right? Like we don't need it, in my opinion. But I do have a counter argument to what you were saying the other day. Like if you're sick, if you know, I know personally my son had cancers when he was young. So wearing a mask was kind of a normal thing for a little bit, you know, in public, if we could even go in public. But even saying that, if you're not healthy enough to be in public, why are you going in public? You know, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. So for anyone that's listening or watching, like I text Derek the other day because I was out shopping and I was in the toy section with my daughter. And there's this dude walking around with a mask. And it just kind of irritated me because I was watching him. Right. Because he was like, I see your point now that you said that with somebody that's sick, like the cancer side of things, or older folks where they're nerve scared. Like, I understand that. I get that. That's acceptable. But like a guy our age, just walking around with it, like, to me, when they implemented that, now it gave everyone can hide behind like a mask, right? Like you can't see my face. We see other people's reactions, in my opinion, and emotions through facial expressions, body language.
Right.
Like you could tell a lot from somebody like that. Now you cover that up. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they're looking at. It just, that was my thought mentality of it. It's just weird now. Like you said, we don't need it. It's summer where we are. So it's like, 70 to 80 degrees every day.
Yep.
I just seen another person like the similar type of situation with one on, and it's like, don't be a creeper. It's kind of creepy to me.
Yeah.
But like you just said, on your side of things, if you're sick, and I knew that about your son, and he fought through that and made it through, and he's
Yeah.
strong, and it's
Yeah, man.
awesome, and
Yeah.
I'm happy for all that.
He's
And
part
like
of
you
our
said,
US Navy now,
yeah,
so yeah.
that's hell yeah. But if you're that sick, don't go out.
Right.
Like you said, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. If you're that afraid of a virus or whatever it is, you know, don't put yourself in that situation. And I'm not saying that I think it's necessarily stupid. I think that if that's something that you want to do, by all means, man, do it. I'm not here to judge you on whether or not you're wearing one or not. If that's what you want to do, by all means, go ahead. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Maybe
we
they have. Maybe the people you saw were had something that they
and that could be. I
had
could
to have. You know what I mean?
it
I don't
could
know.
be. You're right. I don't specifically know, but you, it slowly faded away now, and you see less and less people with masks on.
Yeah.
So it's just sometimes now it just throws me for a loop because it's like let's try to get life back in order.
Back to normal. Back to what we remember a
Yeah,
couple years ago, right?
it
More
changed.
comfortable.
It shook the world. You know,
It did, man.
it the
Big time.
whole world, man. And we're still like I was listening to some stuff today on the news, regular news. Like I don't know, I was gonna throw this at you, but like, what do you think about the dollar, like the U.S. currency?
Oh man, I haven't really thought too much about that.
No,
No,
because
not
well, I
really.
mean, I don't try to like. Well, I'm not no fucking expert on anything.
Oh,
I'm
me
just a
either.
dude.
Me either.
So
I hear things and then I
yeah,
try to
right. It's
formulate my own ideas on it,
yeah,
but they're not
and
always
it's
educated.
interesting. Like I'm intrigued learning stuff. Like
Yeah,
I like gathering information. That's why I think scholars and scientists and people that analyze data and take all these studies and compile this and do all like that's cool shit.
yeah.
And that's discipline to do that. To be one track mind on something,
That takes a lot of work, man.
right?
That takes a lot of work.
But it's just I mean like everything like we're $32 trillion or something in debt. That's an astronomical number, dude.
That's insane.
And
How many zeros is that?
I
12?
don't know. Fuck no, I don't know. I'm not a
Not
mathematician.
me either. I don't know. It's too much.
But
I can
yeah,
tell you that.
so and people are like, "Well, you got to start buying gold and silver and all this stuff." Because obviously that's what we traded with. I mean, through time, that's always it's been there.
Yeah,
It's been a good thing, right? And now everywhere you go, we're using like I don't really carry cash anymore.
I very rarely do. It's all credit cards.
Oh, yep, and the
Or
chip,
debit
man.
debit cards, yeah,
Yep.
chip cards, whatever.
And now you go to the stores and they got the self checkouts, and some of them there's like limited to what takes cash. There's only like one or two that take actual paper.
Right.
And I don't know nothing about Bitcoin or none of that other shit.
I messed around with the cryptocurrency stuff for a little bit.
Did you
But yeah, it was fun. And it was I don't know. I didn't put a lot of money into it, just a couple bucks just to
see what it
tinker,
was like?
you know?
Yeah, I should have did that too.
It's dude, it's dumb.
Yeah,
There's not you have nothing to hold on to. You're just assuming, you know, you're just putting some money in there. Well, I hope it goes up. It's gambling.
yeah. Well, how do you spend it?
That
Like
won't
you
that
can't
that's
take it to
another thing.
Walmart and be like, "Hey, here's
No.
my."
No. But here's the thing, like so you put money in, it's the stock market essentially, goes up and down.
Yeah,
Either your share that you bought, the value goes up and you gain money, or the value goes down and you lose money. Well, with it spiking so much, unless you're like literally watching it all the time, you never know. It's all over the place. And when Elon Musk says, something crazy, oh look, Dogecoin goes way the heck up for no reason, and then it comes back down, or
yeah.
whatever, however you pronounce that. I don't know.
And that dude's a whole other story.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
He's
but
yeah.
I played around with it for a minute, and it was I don't know. Took too much time. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never jacked around with it yet.
Nah,
I just
I took all my money out of that. It was I found no purpose in it.
okay.
If you're smart and you know how to do it, by all means,
Yeah, I
let it
mean,
rip.
there's some experts that are like, take your money out, watch it, trade it in for gold and silver because that goes up. So
Yeah,
by ounces, and it's like, holy man. So it's a lot to take in sometimes when you think about it, and you
right.
don't know what to believe and what not to believe.
Can you hear my dog?
Scratch is
He's just like he's under the couch, just like cruising.
well, that's all
Like I
right.
don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, just let him hang up. My phone, I thought I had it on silent, so I apologize for that. But I
Oh,
don't.
whatever. Life, man.
Yeah.
You, she's just I don't know. She's digging tunnels. I think.
So this dude was on a big wheel. I know we
Yeah,
got off of that subject,
yeah.
but like,
Man, I don't know. He was on drugs, man, for real. He was just like head bobbing,
yeah,
like
some
just
people,
doing his
dude,
thing.
they don't give a shit anymore.
No, no, they're just down the middle of the road, cruising,
I seen this
having
dude
the
going to
best
work.
life, man.
One, yeah, I listen to this story. I seen this dude pulling a wagon one morning on my way to work in slippers, a robe, no shirt on, walking down the street. I'm like, that dude, he's
Like everything's hanging out. What?
well, no, I mean his material was covered up, like he
Oh,
had bottoms on and stuff.
his material.
His material, he had his schnibbler put away. Thank God.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's
But I looked at him like this guy. I don't know if he's going to the gas station to get some stuff, going shopping, but a robe, slippers, pulling a wagon, dude.
what was in the wagon.
Nothing,
Nothing, just
nothing.
pulling a wagon.
Yeah,
I
some
tell
people.
you
Yeah,
what,
it's
man.
just different, man. Everybody things.
There was you see a lot of stuff on a mail route, but
Oh, I
I
can
don't. It might have
imagine.
been the same dude for all I know. This was a year or two ago. Guy drives by on a bike. I mean, every single piece of apparel that you can find. It looks like he went to like a sports shop and bought like a backpack, and
Yeah,
then he bought like a bunch of fishing lures and like hung them from this like straw hat, and they were just like all hanging, like all over the place. He had like honkers and stuff, like horns on the front of his bike, like everything. He was like flair, man. He had
he
flair
was
everywhere.
he was decked out.
Just stuff just hanging off of his handlebars, off
Yeah,
of his
well,
shirts and jackets. He had like I don't know. It was insane. There was just face paint. He had face paint
he
on.
had a face paint on.
Dude, it looked like he came from a rave or something. I don't know what the
A
hell.
fishing rave.
A fishing rave, man. He had just shit everywhere. It's like, what is going on?
Twirling
This was
neon glow sticks while he's
this was
fishing.
like 7, 8 a.m.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, like so he either had a really long night or he was getting ready to go catch some bass. I
Oh
don't know
man,
what the
really long. I'm glad you get to an age where like them really long nights don't happen anymore,
Oh, I know.
and that's a good thing because you think back of some of them, and it's like, man,
Dude, if I stay up till midnight, I'm like, what the heck? This is too late for me. That
yeah.
sounds crazy, right?
I haven't slept good like the last couple nights. I slept for shit.
But we
And
had like
sleep's a big deal.
yeah. We've had some bad air quality going on outside, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
don't know if that's playing a part.
Yeah. I mean, some people need. There's people that just can come home, take naps. I can't do that.
I once in a while I
Yeah.
will. Yeah,
Really.
if I'm like drained.
The only
Those
time I
days where
can
I
do
get
it
up early and
is
run.
if I'm sick. That's the only time.
Oh, sure. Yep. Slam some NyQuil and let it
You
rip.
know. But back to COVID, and who knows if well, we should be fine talking about that. I don't know. My wife and I had it at the same time, right? And she got it worse than I did. So she got like pneumonia in her lungs and stuff. But I
Oh, no.
lost my taste and smell. That was fucking terrible. Losing
Yeah.
your taste and smell, dude, that's crazy.
Not being able to
Yeah.
know what you're eating.
Whatever I ate, drank, it didn't matter, dude.
That's
That was some
weird.
fucking weird shit. I have not experienced anything like that before. I just
Uh,
wanted to, since we were kind of talking about that a little bit before.
yeah. I don't know if I lost any taste or smell or anything.
Dude, miserable. Did
I
fuck.
swear I had COVID like way early, like way
I
early.
know.
That first time we heard about it in like February, January, February, I got really sick for like a week, and then I was like fine after that. And throughout the entire time, I didn't get sick at all. You know, the wife had it, the kid got it, like everybody got it, and like
Yeah.
I'm just chilling like, all right, well, when am I gonna get it? And nothing.
I know. I think some people probably got it before it even was like here. Here, we'll say.
Right. That's possible. But what do you?
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
Was
You
it
just
was it that? Was it something else? Who knows?
right. Yeah. Medical stuff nowadays, man. I don't know. Like it's not the same.
It's
It's
all
it,
it's all
it,
evolved.
well, it's money now, dude. It's money. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody wants to help really anymore.
No.
There's a few. I'm not gonna discredit anyone because there's a few, especially some of the stuff that I was going through. Like you go to a specialist, they run their test or do what Hey, let's try it. Oh, this was your results, and then you never hear from them again. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's like
super weird.
now what? You know,
Right.
I'm not fucking fixed or better. Now what? And then you just don't hear from them.
Yeah, or they send you to somebody else and that same other person says the
Yeah, the
same
same thing.
thing.
Yeah, the same thing. Same program, man. And everyone I've one of the doctors that I was going to, he um it's not in the area anymore. And I really like I trusted him and he tried to help. And he informed me on stuff. Like they're set to a limited time with you. When you go into the room, like you're on a time limit already. And it's happened. He spent a lot more time with me and there was little knocks on the door. And he's like, that's them letting me know that I've been in here too long. No bullshit.
Right. Oh, dog's
That's all
barking.
right. That's all right. That's life, man. The
There's a
dog's chilling.
anytime there's a dog that walks by outside, she
Gets
lets
excited.
everybody know. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all right. So
Has
yeah,
to stand her ground.
my thought process with the medical system isn't what it used to be now. It's just all I don't know how to say this the right way, but it's just
Do you think it's because people just are there for a paycheck and don't give a shit? Or maybe they're not happy enough to where they really genuinely care what they're doing? It's like oh,
I
I'm out of school. I need to go to school for something. I'm gonna go be a nurse. It's 2-year degree, whatever, and then
that's
you know,
it. They
right
just
through.
here's the curriculum that we're teaching you. This is what you're gonna do. This is how you're gonna act. Boom. Because
Yeah,
I've had a lot of doctors even Google shit in front of me.
yeah,
Let's look it up.
yeah. I saw a video about a dude that was broke his arm or something like that, and he needed to have it bandaged, or I don't know what the hell it was for, but he literally watched his doctor go outside, go on the computer, and he had like direct vision of the computer, and she literally looked up how she was going to do what she was supposed to do to him.
No shit.
Yeah, it was on. I don't know. Was it on YouTube? Was it on? I don't remember what the hell I saw it on Instagram. Whatever. But
I'm not. Yeah, that's like.
well, whatever, man. I guess. I mean,
I'm not.
information's out there. Use the resources.
Well, I mean, and then it's a long degree to get to, right? You got to go to
Yeah.
school for years for a medical thing. So I'm not discrediting.
No, man.
I'm
It's
just saying, like, through my experience of what I've dealt with, like, I've been to a few different specialists, different hospitals through, around the state, and it's still the same result. And, no, okay, it's just like, well, and that's all you
yeah.
get. So it just bothers me. But the doctor I had that went away, and the one that I have now are great. It
Right.
seems they genuinely care,
Yeah.
and that's
Well,
good.
when Logan was sick, way back,
Yeah,
um, our doctors were fantastic. You know, like everybody, no matter who you talk to along the chain, we had like 3 doctors actually that were tag team, like, you know, we're
yeah.
on it
Well, in
together.
that field, you would hope so, right? Like that would
Yeah,
be.
for children's
Yeah,
cancer stuff, right? And no, it was amazing. Like didn't have a single bad thing to say about it. That whole,
Great. Now I
I
feel
mean,
like I'm
other than
playing.
it was a shitty time, but like
Well, yeah.
as
Well,
far as
fuck.
the care, it
Yeah,
was
man.
fantastic.
You wouldn't want that on any kids, dude.
Right?
No. Now we're
But
playing good cop, bad cop here. I'm the one complaining, and you're the
good,
good guy. That's all right. Good.
good. We gotta play the game
Starsky
a
and
little
Hutch
bit.
right here.
Yeah.
Hey,
One of
Dragon and
them wears a
Nighthawk.
fedora, doesn't don't
I
they?
don't know. I like wearing them, man. And
No, I
this
like
is
that. I like it.
I do. Thank
They
you.
look good.
Thanks.
How many you got?
Just this one. I
Oh,
like.
just that one?
It has to be brimmed up all the way around. Like some are like curved and then they come to a point.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like mine
Like
all.
Robin Hood?
Yeah. This shit is. I got a lot of compliments on this, believe it or not, when I wear
Good.
it around town.
You
They're like,
should.
nice hat, nice hat. I'm like, well, yeah.
We gotta get you some more. We'll get one that
It's
says
funny,
Midwest
dude.
Monks
It's
on it.
funny you said that. Trisha was looking for something for me for my birthday and a fedora, and she's like, I can't find any like the way you like the style. I'm like, I know they're hard to find.
We'll custom
She
make
just
one.
told me that today. Yeah.
We'll get one that says Midwest Monks on it.
Yeah, we're gonna get some shirts.
There you go.
But that leads me now that you said that, like, do you believe in like premonitions and shit like that?
What do you
Like,
mean?
okay, so here, I'm gonna throw something out here. Okay. I don't know if I told you this, but a couple nights ago I had a dream that I don't know why I was with Trump, but I was with Trump and I'm like, hey man, we gotta get a suit because you dress good. I want a suit. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. So I woke up laughing about it. I'm like, this is funny. And then Trish and I, we in the morning we have coffee and stuff before I go to work. And I didn't even think to tell her about it. So at work, she texts me a picture. This
Oh,
was
about the
hours
suit.
later. And it was me in a suit from like a year and a half, 2 years ago when I was stood up in my buddy's wedding.
Sure.
Okay. I'm like, that blew me away. I called her immediately. I'm like, what? I had a dream last night that I'm like, you got to hook me up with a suit, Trump. And she's like, what the hell about Trump? And I'm like, but you just sent me a picture with me in a suit.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay. The next day. So in our first discussion or chat, whatever hangout session here, I told you I had my first beer in a while.
Yeah.
I've always liked Corona. It's the only beer I like. So I was kind of like, I want to get a beer. But I didn't get one. I was going to go to the store and buy one. Okay. Now, this is prior to me finally doing it. Well, the next day, my buddy Mike sends me a picture from 12 years ago. And there was a few of us at a bar and I was holding a Corona.
That all happened in the same day.
Well, not the suit thing.
Oh.
Right. That was one day. And then the next day I was like, I want to go get a Corona. I'm going to
Yeah.
go get a 6-pack
Yeah, I
or
do
whatever.
remember you mentioning that.
Yeah. But I didn't do it.
Right.
So then the following day, I get the picture with me from 12 years ago at a bar. It was just weird, man. Just weird.
So yeah, that kind of premonition.
So like our signs, our
Yeah.
callings are different. How to interpret things.
It's weird how that does fall in, right? Just little things.
Yeah, it just I don't know if you can read into it or it just for me it blew me away.
Right. Now, like if you weren't thinking about that, would that have made a difference? Like your everyday situation, you could really look back. Like I look at what are the things in the newspaper? The horoscopes.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
They're
like
so
your
vague.
astrology.
Yeah, they're so vague that you can literally tie anything into
That's true.
every single one of them. I'll read one that isn't mine and be like, oh yeah,
I'm
that
kind of
makes
that.
sense.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, so is
Yeah.
it something that's vague enough to where it just so happened to be like, oh, I distinctly remember that, but I also can tie or relate this situation or
Possibly.
scenario
It
to that.
could sure, but like mine was specific.
Yeah,
It was to the right on the
suit.
like I wanted a suit. Trump hooked me up with a suit. The next day, or the
Right.
same, after the dream.
Yeah. I'd wear a green tie though, just in case.
It's just crazy, man. I just thought it just kind of blew my mind a little bit because there's been other times in my life too where, shit, it's deep, I like getting deep sometimes. We're gonna get deep on here, man. You know what I mean?
Go for it, man. 2
But
feet.
I lost a good friend growing up. She passed away, and we were really close, like brother and sister, right? And she moved away. She got mixed up with the wrong dude, and they moved out of state. And I get a call that something bad happened, and you know, that was a tough deal. But like, I had a dream afterwards. I was like a pallbearer, and I had a dream that I was talking with her. And that happened that time. And then I lost another friend in high school, and I got to talk to him and
Was it
say
like
some.
did it help you, like, cope with it, or
Yeah, yeah,
like, it
yeah. I
was,
think
like,
so.
kind of
Like a
like a
goodbye, like a final, goodbye type of thing. But it's just weird, man.
yeah. Were they, like, letting you know that they're alright? Or because I remember that this happened, like, way after my grandfather had passed away, and I mean, I think he was 81 when he died, and he died in I don't even know the year. It's been a while. But, I distinctly remember having a conversation with him, like, he was, like, in my window, like, just kinda, like, arms up on the
Yeah,
windowsill. He was outside, I was inside, and he was just kinda just, like, chilling, and I remember him, like, just not really saying anything, but just his presence was kinda just saying, "Hey, we're good," you know?
yeah. No, it was a good thing. It wasn't
Yeah,
bad. It's just like I'm getting a little emotional thinking about it.
yeah.
But like them were specific. Like we've all lost people.
Oh, yeah,
Unfortunately, it's a part of life. It's what happens.
yeah,
But like certain people that really mean something to you. I'm not saying the other people. That's kind of a shitty way to say it, but you understand you're closer with others
yeah,
in your life than you are with certain people. It's just a fact.
yep. It hits different with some
Yeah,
people, right?
and when my grandfather passed away, it was tough because I got the call and he passed away at home, and I was like I was there with an hour after it happened, man, and to see somebody that just passed away, like there's the life force or the light, whatever you want to call it, the force, their soul there's like nothing there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Not like you go to a funeral and it's an open casket and you look and you see some, like it's different.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, that hits different, man. That's different. Like
Mm.
they're just gone, you
Yeah.
know?
Like when they were just recently there, and then all of a sudden it's just
Yeah.
nothing left.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like you see it. Like I said, the spark is gone.
sure.
It's weird.
No, I don't wanna see that.
No. And I mean, I'm not trying. This is what we're about, man. We're just real
Get
conversations,
into it. Yeah, it's gonna go from here to all over everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
So them are some things that I was thinking about. I
Yeah.
wanted to share that with you and then get your thoughts because all this shit happened recently. Not my grandfather, but like the dreams of me
Mhm.
with the suit and the
Yeah.
beer
No,
and
it's kinda interesting you say some of that stuff though. So, um, uh, when my dad passed away, and, my sister went to a medium, right? Is that what they're
yep.
called?
Oh
Medium?
yeah. Yep.
And, I don't know all the details of what that whole thing was. She had to get right in her own spot, but, one of the things that she had told me was, "Dad's gonna leave dimes on the ground for you to find." It's just a weird thing, like dimes, like, I don't know that I've ever found a dime on the ground, ever. You see pennies, right? You
Oh,
see
for
pennies all
sure.
the time.
Yeah.
Never really dimes, or never that I could think of, like, "Oh, I see a dime." Mail route, on my mail route, I see dimes all the time.
That's crazy.
All the time. I very rarely will ever find a penny, but I'll find dimes
That's
everywhere.
that's crazy, dude.
And I wasn't even the one who, like,
Yeah, it
that
went there
information
and
wasn't even
did that.
told
Yeah. No.
to me,
Right.
it was told to my sister,
Right.
but she had mentioned it to
That's.
me, and all of a sudden it's just
I
like,
got chills, bro. I don't
"What?"
know. I got chills. Whoop! I hit the thing. I'm chilled up from that.
Yeah, no, it's really strange. And I got walked the other day on my route. We have to, a yearly thing, whatever, bi-yearly, whatever it
Yeah.
is. You get walked on your route to make sure you're doing your job, making sure all the houses are getting hit, all that stuff. And I told my boss that. My boss was walking with me. The next day, he sends me a picture. You won't even believe this. He sends me a picture. He was walking with somebody else and he found a dime. And I'm like, see, I told you, shit's real.
That's yeah.
It's the
So I
craziest thing.
believe it, dude. We
It's
don't
weird,
know. Nobody knows.
right?
That's the thing. Okay. Like going back to like the I don't know, religions, there's all sorts of different types of religions, not just in the Western culture, but all over. Everyone's got their
Yeah,
own beliefs, right? But like we really truly honestly don't know.
right.
Nobody's been somewhere and come back from there, right? Nikki Six, the bassist for Motley Crue,
Yeah,
overdosed, said he's seen some shit, came back to life. But we like that's still as a gray area.
yeah. Well, because he was high as fuck when he did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What did he
Yeah.
say he saw?
I don't know, fucking white light and some other shit, I think. I read his book. I mean, it's good because I like Motley Crue,
Yeah.
and he's changed his life around and such. But
Did you watch the show? I think there's
oh,
a show on
the
Netflix.
dirt,
Yeah, The
yeah,
Dirt.
oh yeah,
That was good.
yeah. That's pretty much how they were, man. I read all their books actually.
Okay.
Vince Neil's, Tommy Lee. Actually, when I seen them in concert, man, back in
Really?
05, third row,
Dang.
I couldn't hear for 2 days after the show. I'm not bullshitting, dude. Greatest fucking show I've ever seen. I got my dad was with me, and like he got a pick from Nikki Six. He got flipped off by Nikki Six. My dad's always got the luck when we go to concerts. It's fucking crazy.
They just know, man. They
Yeah,
see him. They're just like, I know that guy.
it's
Probably
weird.
been,
It was a
probably been
great
there before.
show, man. I can't. And so after that show, like I was just mesmerized by watching Tommy Lee play the drums. So then I took some lessons for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Well,
It
that's
was,
that's how people get inspired, right?
yeah, it inspired me. It's like I want to do what he's doing. A little late in the game, I was in my 20s, but
Hey, you never know. You never know. You start something up that could be one of the hobbies that you've been missing your whole childhood.
yeah, what's an expensive hobby?
That's well,
To buy a good drum kit. I had a nice one.
says the guy who's collecting all the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, well, this is
That's expensive too,
that is true.
right?
That's a true story. Yeah, collecting is a very expensive habit,
Yeah.
and it's look at you.
Well, right.
You know, it's especially when you really get down to it. A collector wants to get the cool, unique, obscure stuff.
Yep. Finding the good stuff, right? Anyone
That's
can go to anyone can go on eBay and find random
yeah,
shit, or go to a garage sale and find some of the stuff people don't want. But finding that true piece that's interesting or unique, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Actually, that Kenobi poster, if you can see it behind me here, wrong hand, right back there by the Star Wars sign. Um, Scott Johnson, a guy, because I do a YouTube Star Wars channel too, but he sent me that, and that's actually he had a couple posters of book releases. So like the only time I believe you could get that poster is if you were at a book release for it. So he had some of them. So he sent me one, and I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty
So
gnarly.
that's like a special piece to me.
Yeah. Well,
Unfortunately, I wasn't there to get it at the time, but not
mm,
everybody has that.
right. Yeah, you're very rarely gonna go out and find that, at a garage sale, or,
Right.
you know, people probably aren't selling that on eBay.
Yeah.
Maybe they are, but
Yeah, I don't
I
know. I
doubt
didn't
it.
really look. I mean, some of that real meticulous weird stuff isn't. It's very hit and miss. And I mean, some of them collector's editions things you got or the limited run, like the limited run stuff. They
Yeah,
only make
I think some of that stuff is they it's not limited anymore necessarily.
well,
I think at first they started that way, but then they
or like the promo pins that like the Mario collection that you have there. Like
yeah,
that, the only way
those
you can get
pins
them was, that's cool.
going on their website. Yeah, let me see if I can reach them here quick. Yeah, so like the
Yeah, them, and they're cool as shit too.
yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Whoops,
Oh,
fell
that's
right
all
out.
right. That's it. Well, he got hit by a Koopa.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that, dude. The camera's nice too. The camera looks good.
Yeah, it's way
Looks really
better than the
good.
one that was on the computer
Yeah,
for sure.
really nice. Love the box. Love the setup behind you, man. Excellent room you have.
Yeah, that's some 35th anniversary ones too, the bigger box.
Yeah, like Mario is a staple.
You know, it's one of the few things that like our generation knew, right? And then you ask a little kid now, hey, do you know who Mario is? Yeah. And they all know.
Yeah,
You know, it's just that one thing that just it doesn't get old.
there's certain, yeah, like pop. In pop culture, there's certain things that'll always stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it when it made its hit, it hit,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's hard
Star
to
Wars is like
replicate
that
that.
too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
but it's like the Jetsons. Like we know the Jetsons, but like
A lot of
kids
kids.
nowadays don't know what that is, right?
No, no,
What else?
nope.
I mean, there's a million things you could think of. I'm sure.
DuckTales,
DuckTales. Yeah, I don't think that.
Tales of the Crypt. Remember that old
Oh
scary
yeah,
cartoon?
Goosebumps. Is Goosebumps
Yeah,
still a thing?
yeah, kinda. It was, but not. I don't think it's as popular or big. I don't think
Those
they.
shows used to creep me out.
Yeah, I used to watch them on Halloween.
Yeah, it was weird. Those would creep me out, but like I could watch scary movies and they wouldn't they wouldn't do anything. You know,
No,
it was just the weirdest thing. I don't know why.
man, I was terrified of zombies.
Really? Oh,
Oh,
I
dude.
love zombies.
Oh, dude, I had to sleep with the light on, one eye open. Like I could sleep with one eye open because of that shit. I ain't kidding. I'm not kidding,
You
dude.
grew superpowers because
But
you're
I
scared
still
of
watch them.
zombies.
But now, like, love The Walking Dead. Like, I remember the first episode when it aired. Like, that changed television, in my opinion. That first episode.
Yeah. No, that was really good, but for some reason I got really bored of it.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. After like
Now,
season 3 maybe, I
yeah,
don't remember. It just got boring to me. It was like
it's
rinse, repeat.
yep. I understand that there were certain arcs that were just kind of like meh.
Yeah.
But like the first 3 seasons, dude, were just
Yeah, they were
killer.
good. They were good.
I'm not afraid of them anymore. Zombies,
Oh,
obviously,
good.
but yeah.
There's one behind you. No, I'm just kidding. No, there's like different kind of zombies too, right? Because like what are the ones that in Walking Dead they just hear noise, right? Noise
Yeah.
and sound or
Yeah.
motion.
Yep.
Then you got like fast zombies. You got like
Yeah, there's all kind. Well,
freakishly jumping one. Like I don't know. There's just all kinds of different ones.
what's that other show with
World War Z, was that another one?
Yeah, that's a
28
good show.
28 Days Later.
28 Days Later, that one was creepy as shit too.
Yeah.
They were all weird in that one. Dawn of the Dead, the remake by Zack
Yeah.
Snyder. I thought that was good. I like that. I enjoyed that.
They're all good. I like even
Yeah.
the corny ones, man. I think they're all fantastic. I
I'm
love them
talking
all.
like the old school Night of the Living Dead ones when I was a kid.
Oh,
Like the
yeah.
original ones, man.
When the
Barbara,
when you
they're
look real
coming for
close,
you,
you can tell the
Barbara.
makeup is all messed up.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
it was
oh
creepy
wait,
as
that's a
shit.
dude. Yeah.
You know, they eat your brains and then they show us like they're ripping a bunch of spaghetti
Mhm.
coming out, hamburger meat.
Yep.
Shit,
Dude, they're
man.
good though, man. I haven't binged any zombie things lately,
Oh.
but there'll be times if I start watching one, I'll just one after the next, I'll just keep finding them.
You know what I've been wanting to rewatch, dude? Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's been a while. I haven't watched The House of Dragons.
No, I didn't either.
I started one episode, but I just couldn't. I'm like, this ain't hitting it at all for me. This ain't a thing.
No. Just a spin-off that isn't quite working.
It was too late in the game.
Sure.
See, shows do that, in my opinion. Well, who knows what's all behind it? The money and the actors or actresses or the writers, whatever's involved. But if they wait too long, to me, it's a miss.
Yeah. I think Game of Thrones is good. I have some gripes about it though. Like,
well,
I love the character build up when it started, and it was just cool, and they were just building, and then it was like one season. They just freaking everything like all of a sudden had to, you know,
Happen.
had to happen, and
Yeah.
because they said that this was the last season, all of a sudden it's like, and then
Let
whatever,
me let
and
me
there was so many questions unanswered, you know.
well, yeah. It
But the
yes.
books stopped. Did they? They were writing
They
past
weren't
some of the
finished.
books,
Yeah, they weren't finished yet, if I
so they
remember
basically had
correctly.
to make up their own ending.
Well, I think George Martin had input,
Okay.
but like the characters, like Jon Snow, for example. Okay, now let me ask you this: like I've never really followed politics in my life. Okay, ever, never was a whatever. I just want to enjoy life, go to work, take care of my family, be happy.
Right.
Pretty simple, right? But obviously, as everything transpires, like Jon Snow, like in my opinion, now I believe in the Bible it says man can't rule man. Like that's a thing. You know, the outcome is always the same, bad,
Right.
right? But now a king, okay, like Jon Snow, to me would be the perfect. He's like the perfect archetype that somebody for like a president will say. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Just like his character, how he was, how he presented, how he wanted to handle business the right way, how he never jumped to conclusions and wanted to go to war.
Right.
He tried to always have a positive outcome,
Yeah.
right?
Even though it bit him in the ass, right?
Yeah. Well, she,
Well, a couple times, right? One time he got stabbed for it and killed,
yeah,
and then he tried to fix that afterwards, and then he ended up being shunned to
yeah.
the other land, wherever.
yeah.
I mean, I think he was
It's
ruling that other land, but right? Was he sent to rule the whatever land he was
the
sent to?
watch. Um,
Oh, was that where he was going?
yeah, they sent
I
him
don't remember
there.
now.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like, I just remember, like, his character, his persona was like the king of the north, like, and then everybody started to follow him and realize, like, just kind of like Aragorn in Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
He didn't want to rule. He didn't want to be king, Gondor. But
Never
like
got
that,
into Lord of the Rings.
no,
No,
what the fuck?
I know, man.
We're gonna have a watch party.
Right? We're watching. What are we watching right now? Witcher.
How you liking it?
It's good. I like it. I've never played the game. I have the game. I've been meaning to play it, just haven't played it yet. So I'm probably gonna end up playing it
I watched season
soon.
one.
We're on season 2 now.
I
No,
probably
I take that back. We're on season 3. There was 2 seasons. Now the third one I just came
yeah,
out, so
yep.
we're on season 3.
I enjoyed the first one. I thought it was good,
Mm-hmm.
but then it was
It's
just too
better.
long for the second season to come out. So I probably would rewatch the first season again too. I would have to.
I know. I'm almost tempted to start over and smash through from season 1 all the way through again, just because that way I can put everything together.
Well, you got to watch Lord of the Rings, bro.
I know. I mean, I remember watching some of the movies way back. I mean, those came out what, early
99,
2000? Was it 99?
I think, and then or early 2000s. I'm thinking the Phantom Menace. I'm thinking Star Wars. That came out in 99.
Yeah.
But phenomenal movies, man.
No, I remember them being good. I knew it was a series. I just never got. We read The Hobbit in
School.
in school.
They don't read stuff like that anymore in school.
No, so I mean, I know the premise and I know kind
Yeah,
of
all right. Well,
what
we'll
it's
have
all
to. You'll have
about.
to watch, and then we'll have a discussion about it.
Yeah,
That's it. Write that down. It's a to do.
I got nothing to write anything
I'm just
down on
kidding.
right now. Check. You're gonna start giving me a checklist.
Yeah.
Do this. You
Well,
watch this. I'll watch this.
yeah, and then we talk
We'll
about it.
we'll meet in the middle somewhere.
I'm watching Suits right now. I like that show.
Okay.
Suits. That's good. Lawyer show type of deal. It's interesting.
Is it
Very.
in the courtroom all the time, or is it like
No, not all the time. It's about like um, a big law firm, right? And partners, and they're trying to get their name on the door. You know what I'm saying?
okay?
Like they're trying to be the top dog. like
Sure.
big law firms, like multi-million-dollar type of shit they're dealing with.
Right.
Not like this parking ticket and it's SVU or Law and Order or something,
Yeah.
you
See,
know?
the way I'm envisioning it's like NCIS or something like
Yeah,
that,
no,
where
no, no.
everybody's like
Way cooler.
fast talking and like doing all their stuff, trying to
It's
figure out
good.
the
It's really
situation.
good. I'm not really much of one to be in them type of shows, but I enjoy it. It's good. It gets some insight behind lawyer. Like you could see all the dirty shit too they're doing behind the scenes.
Sure.
Like they're talking to the DA and the judge, and you scratch my back and I'll scratch your back type of
All
shit.
the deals that are being made.
Yeah, and that shit's true, man. Our law system, I didn't go to school for dick, but like it's not it's flawed, man.
Yeah. Just like everything. Money talks, man. So if you got
That's
money,
it.
you can
Yeah,
change
that's what
the
yep.
tides no matter what. Speaking of shows, and you're with being a music buff, like, did you ever watch the show Vinyl?
Oh, is
It's
that
on
like that
it's on
documentary?
no, it's on HBO.
Okay.
Well, it was on HBO a long time ago. I don't know. There's only one season. I was completely surprised that there was only one season to this. Like, I was so hoping there was going to be another one. But it was about,
Vinyl. I'm typing
yeah,
it
it
in.
was about a record company that I think had been around, but they were just struggling, right? And
Yeah.
they're just trying to build a big name for themselves and just the
Vinyl.
struggles that go through it. But I mean, they name drop. There's Elvis, there's Jimi Hendrix, there's you
Oh
know,
yeah.
I don't
There it
remember
is.
I don't remember if Elton John was in it or not. I don't remember. Just
So yeah,
tons and tons of names. It was super good show.
I'll have to check it out, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it
like
was
that
really
kind of
good.
stuff. I like documentary shows. Do you like them? I
Documentaries,
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah,
You check out
informational.
The Arnold one. I know
Never watched the Arnold one.
it's good.
I'll have to check
I
it
was
out.
impressed.
Yeah.
I like Arnold.
No, Screwball was a good one I liked. Icarus was a good one I liked.
Okay.
All the sports
You like
sports
the sports
ones and
one?
yeah. It was funny the Screwball one was about like steroids in baseball.
Oh
That
yeah.
was pretty good.
I was at one of my. I was just watching shit. It's you remember the show American Gladiator?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one. They just came out with one on Netflix
Oh,
too.
I've heard about that.
I started watching it, dude.
Was
Crazy
it good?
shit. Like the shit they were doing in the beginning, dude. Just wild.
I might have
Like,
to I might have
like,
to check that out.
yeah, you got to check it out. That, like, well, obviously, I didn't get to the good part, but like everybody was taking steroids and the big
Oh,
group
you
sex
could tell.
parties and shit. They were all
Oh,
fucking
really?
each other. Oh yeah,
Oh my
they
god.
were all jacked, dude. But like, they were hurting contestants and stuff. You know, they were really going at it,
Yeah.
like
Well, you're
tackling
all
them.
juiced up and
Yeah,
I always laughed at that. It's like, okay, first of all, you got this big, huge, jack, juiced up dude, and then they pick this tiny little dude that's like a banker. He's got
yeah.
glasses on. The helmet doesn't even fit him because he's so small.
Run through him.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Here, we're gonna play a football game, and you got to get these balls in these barrels, and like they don't even stand a chance. Half of them, it's like, come on.
Yeah, the shit they were trying to do, like they were just building in the backyard. Like out of they were just
Oh, really?
random. Yeah, there was this I forgot his name now, but he came in and kind of revamped the show. Otherwise, it wasn't gonna be it was a no-go because it was just too shoddy
Yeah.
and dangerous.
So, like, before it was what
Yeah,
I
they
remember it?
like they had tryouts. They went to this park and they did all these obstacle courses they just threw together to try to like recruit people to be the American Gladiator type of people. Like they had an idea in mind, right? Jacked
Yeah.
up, all American type of people. And yeah, it was just wild. They got concussions. One of
Oh,
the
yeah.
guys like
No one even that wasn't
he
even a thought back then.
so I forgot the name of the event, but basically he's on a platform, okay, by himself, and the contestant is back a ways, and he's got to swing on a rope and try to kick him off of this platform, right?
Sure.
And they got a pad, so they try to brace themselves. Well, the first time, dude comes, levels him, his knee cracks himself. He flies off. His knee hits him in the head, splits the shit wide open, like he's done. The doctor's like, you get hit hard again, you could probably die. You'll have an aneurysm. Yeah, like unbelievable.
That was in the show, or that was in like the tryout
Yeah,
thing?
no, this was in the show. This was like one of the live shows. You know,
Oh
he
my
was like the
god.
pretty. He
Were
was the
those
beach
live?
jacked up guy.
Were those live back in
I
the I
think
don't
so.
remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Let's start it again. I
It
want
was
to
a
go
good
on there.
show. Yeah.
That'd be
Well,
fun.
it'll probably come back now that they're doing this show or this documentary.
I'm sure it will. They'll do a spin-off of it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll sign up, see if I can get on the show.
Good. Them CrossFit ones I really like, man. Matt Frazier, dude, was a beast.
Yeah, Tia Toomey, man, she's an
She
animal.
too.
She just
That,
had a baby, so we'll see. I don't know. I don't think she's participating this year. I don't know.
you know, sometimes you know some sporting events, right? Now I believe, like you said before, money plays a factor. I think most sports are rigged.
Do you really?
I do, yeah. I do.
I can see it
To a point.
to a point.
To a point.
Like WWF, okay, this team has to win.
Well, that's all scripted shit.
Figure it out. Like a football game. Like it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
could
oh
be.
Chiefs got to win the
Would you
Super
do
Bowl.
you
Go
think it's
figure
not
it out.
possible? Do you think it's not possible?
Oh, everything's possible.
I
I mean,
just think
it is kind of weird that, you know, the year 9/11 happens, the Patriots win the Super Bowl. Hurricane Katrina happens, the Saints win the Super Bowl. Just like, what are the
I mean
are they running on just pure heart at that point for the
yeah,
area,
I don't
or
know.
what the hell,
Maybe
you
that
know?
was a bold statement. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like I think sometimes like there's some like I used to be big in the UFC. I used to
Yeah,
love watching that shit all the time, and I used to see some guys take some hits that took hits before that were a lot worse and got knocked down. You know what I'm
Forrest
saying?
Griffin.
Well,
Forrest Griffin against Anderson Silva. Remember that one?
yeah,
He
or
just
Chris. The one that really stands out to me is Chris Weidman and Anderson Silva. When Anderson Silva lost the belt, he got just clipped on the chin. It just looked like a slap,
yeah.
and Anderson went down. And I'm like, nah, man, Anderson Silva was a beast.
Yeah.
Probably
Dude,
one of the
there's
greatest fighters.
there's a real thing, man. That button, you
Yeah,
get that thing
that's
and it's
true.
game over. You
That's that's true.
don't necessarily have to get, you know, hit with a baseball bat for it to happen either.
It's true. Yeah, the right. I mean, I don't know. It's just a thought.
Yeah. No, I don't know. You know, I dabbled with mixed martial arts for a little bit, and it was fun. And so I've seen shit, like I've seen people's legs break in half, and
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
know,
not saying that
stuff
shit's
like
not
that.
real.
No, that's, well, yeah, without a doubt, hard to fake that. But, you know, I've also seen guys who can take a beating, just get clipped and go down for no reason. It's like, wait, what the hell just happened? You know, and a lot of times you don't even see it. You know, it'll be just this random little thing, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, how the hell did how did he fall? You know, like what
Yeah.
happened? It's fun though. I haven't paid attention to the sport in a long time, but
No, I haven't either. I mean, a little bit here and there. Some of the fighters I used to follow are, got in the Hall of Fame now, and that's cool, and they deserve it.
yeah,
So that, but I haven't watched a fight in a long time. Just, I don't know. It's just changed. The sport's changed. Like NASCAR's changed for me. I used to like NASCAR. Now I just don't
a lot
enjoy
of
it.
guys I've never heard of before. I'll watch the first 3 or 4 races of the season. I go on, like, you know, DraftKings and throw some money down on some of the races just for fun.
That's what my dad does.
Here's a 25-cent race, and I'll see if I can double up or whatever. Just have some fun with it, you know. It's like trying
Yeah.
to pick your racers, but I don't even know half of them, and it's so. Granted, NASCAR has been for a long time. Like everybody's supposed to be on the same playing field,
Right.
but I feel like it's just the team. I don't know. I don't know. It's like golf, man. Technology in golf makes everybody good. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can hit just as far as some of the pros do,
I
and I'm
never
not
golfed.
even remotely close to a pro. you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, granted, I can't do it consistently. They can do it the same way every time, every time, every time. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Equipment and
I never
technology,
golfed.
it levels the playing field for everybody. So the best, the best of the best aren't always the ones winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, even like so you say you leave things up to the judges in mixed martial arts, right? Like
Yeah,
it goes to the like some of them don't understand the game
sure.
or what technical things people are doing. Like I don't even have a clue. The jujitsu shit,
Yeah,
that's like a whole art on its own, and you know that.
yeah. Well, I don't know. It's weird, man. The way they score it, like I don't know if there's a set scoring system or if it's
There
just
was
based on the
supposed to be,
judge's discretion.
but like so that's what I mean. Like referees, they can interfere with games. It's happened.
Yeah, they can. And like MMA goes off like the boxing scoring system, like right, 10 points around
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know if it's changed, but yeah, I think they were trying to figure out a different way to do it because there was issues with the
It's too much.
technicality of things.
Yeah, because I mean, you think about it. Like if I take you down over and over and over again in the same period, and and I can pound on you a little bit here and there too. I won the round, so it's going to
Yeah.
be a 10-9
Well,
round.
it's yeah, because you got a takedown.
But if I manhandle the shit out of you all round, it shouldn't be 10-9. It should be like 10-7 or something,
Right.
right?
Yeah. You we would think. So I don't know. It's just them are some thoughts I was thinking about too. Just weird shit once in a while.
Yeah, man, that's my mind is always going all day. It's like, wow, what can I talk about here? What can I
Yeah,
talk
I
about
know.
there? I
I
definitely had to tell you about that dude on the big wheel though.
That's crazy though. That's
That was
interesting.
funny.
But
I
hey,
just like
what it's just being himself. You know, everybody to a point we might laugh and make fun of somebody doing something different, but they don't give two shits.
no, well, he
Yes, if
didn't.
they're happy, dude. But I mean, it's one thing if you're all messed up or something, you know.
I'm pretty sure he was. He was just like,
Like then there's just that's a different that's a whole different
yeah.
situation then at hand.
It was
But if
funny
you
though, man. I
you
was
know,
jealous. I wanted it.
yeah, some people they don't care, man. They don't. It's cool as long as you're not affecting somebody. You know what I mean? If not, as long as you're not being unsafe.
Yeah, right. If you're not messing with other people or like causing harm to somebody else,
Yeah,
you know,
and cool, man. I dig it.
get after it.
One love, man.
Yeah,
Like Bruce Lee says, you know, under the stars and under the heavens, there's only but one family.
I like that.
Yeah. I was actually this. I was reading this today. It's been a while. I was reading The Warrior Within.
Oh
It's a good
yeah.
book.
Oh, I remember you being a big Bruce Lee fan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
not just because he's just a badass, because he is a badass, but his philosophies. Like I like that, man. I'm really getting into that, digging into different stuff and
Like his mindset on things, not
thinking.
just
Well, not
his
just even him, but just thinking. Like Jordan Peterson. I've really started to get in and listening to him. You know,
sure.
never listened to anything before, but I was listening to Joe and him, and it's like, man, this guy's pretty smart
Where are you
dude
listening to him at? What?
on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube stuff.
But
Okay.
they take some of his shit down, I guess now.
They did take a
A lot
lot of
of
people's stuff down.
lot of censor activity going on here.
Yeah.
Censoring people. For what? Why? Don't censor us.
No.
As long as we're not being, you know, trying to cause chaos and racism and all that kind of rubbish.
Well, that's the thing, right?
I understand that. But if you're just having a good conversation, I like learning shit, man. The mind's a powerful tool. You
And
know that.
here's the problem. There isn't one way of thinking about something,
No.
right?
Right.
You don't know what light is unless you know what darkness is, right? There's that old adage. You
That's
don't know what hot is unless you know what cold is. So
that's right,
like
man.
how is anybody going to know what's right and wrong if you're only letting certain people speak?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I
You
mean
don't
me and
have to
you.
agree with it, but
No, I was just gonna say you and I might not agree on some stuff, but we're still but you enlighten me. You know,
yeah,
I didn't think about the cancer side of thing with the masks, you know, like that's I get that. That's because that's a tough situation.
right.
But But your average guy, Joe Blow off the street, walking around looking funny with a mask on, now I'm going to question that
Well, yeah,
activity.
when you got some ding dong like creeping around corners with a mask on, then you got questions, right? Like, what are
Yeah,
you doing?
with the
Because he
yeah,
definitely isn't there for the right
no.
reasons, I would imagine.
So yeah, I'm really a big Bruce Lee guy. He was before his time, and it would just we all can wonder and speculate, even not just even him, but on a lot of things that have come and gone. Like what would they be like now?
Right.
Like I was listening to Jordan and Brett Weinstein this afternoon, and they were talking about like the Bible and like how the scriptures and things in there have meaning, but we've kind of come beyond that time now. Like there's nothing in there how to deal with Google and AI taking over.
Right.
Like that's true.
Or social media in general, really.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was a very interesting conversation
It's time to add to it then.
because it's like, yeah, how do you deal with that? And that's a real thing, man. That's an issue. I know we talked about social media a little bit before, but like AI, like that grows on its own. Like we're into the Matrix type of shit,
Yeah.
Skynet stuff is happening. Like,
Yeah. I don't know if they can actually like program itself. So I don't know that
ah,
I don't know if it can do that yet.
well, they made chips. They're making chips to put in people's brains. Now, I know one thing is a positive thing for paraplegic people, how now they can communicate. Now, I don't know if you know
Yeah.
anything a little bit about that. That's cool. Like
That's
that's
awesome.
awesome. Shit, yeah. But there was a documentary. I don't know if it's still on there, but it was shit. I can't think of the name. I'll have to let you know. But it was on Netflix for a while. But it was about people that worked in these big corporate companies like Google, Amazon, stuff like that. These
Yeah.
big places, and it was brought to some of the IT people's attention, like, hey, this could be a serious problem. And they lost their jobs.
Of course they did.
So they were trying to reach out to say, hey, we need to really think. They were thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
They
Like
were
looking at the
seeing,
grand
yeah.
the whole situation, not just
And it was interesting. Oh, shit. I wish I remembered the name of it, man, but it was good.
I just
And
had a
it,
conversation with somebody today about people who people who say the wrong thing are being what was the comment? Well, if it's not hurting somebody, then what does it matter? Well, if we're talking about speech, like if you say the wrong thing, you're getting fired. So
yeah,
that's hurting somebody, right? So like, yeah, it does hurt people.
right.
You know, we're, you know, I know and I understand like some words hurt people's feelings. I get that. But just because it hurts your feelings doesn't mean that it's wrong, right? Maybe you're just oversensitive. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
harsh way to look at it, but
well, that's the simplest way.
that's realistic. Is it
Yeah,
worth firing somebody over it? Absolutely not,
right. Yeah, there's a
Whatever.
line there now too. There's a lot of things that have just changed.
The world's going to hell, man. it's,
In a hand grenade.
yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. It's a
Yeah,
strange
you
situation.
you got to be careful what you
You,
say. That's for
you got to
sure.
walk on glass around everybody because you never know who's going to be butthurt
And you know
over
what I
something you
noticed too,
say.
man, is people are really fucking impatient now.
Well, yeah, it's because
Like
everything's literally at your fingertips on your phone. You need information. You need to call somebody. You need to text
I was
somebody.
I was standing in line at Culver's, I, um, waiting for my food, and it was kind of busy, right? And there was like three people that ordered their food, went and sat down, and came up to ask where their food was. Like I'm like, oh, like
Yeah,
and they obviously the workers got to be nice, because
right.
you get fired on the spot for that if you get smart off or.
Sure.
But it was just I was thinking, man, just chill out. They're gonna get you your food.
Yeah.
There's other fucking people here too waiting.
And they got to imagine that I'm sure they're completely short-staffed,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Everywhere you go,
Everywhere you go.
now hiring, but there's no jobs available. So some people say.
Yeah, they're just lazy.
Nailed it.
I'm just gonna. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna horse shit around here. We're talking truth on this channel.
Gonna set you up for that one.
Yeah. Well, I followed where you were going with that,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
don't know,
true.
man.
And that's because we got free money from staying home in our house with our masks on.
Dude, I don't believe in government aid at
No, I
all.
don't either.
At
Fucking
all.
bullshit, lies, and deceit.
There's no incentive to it. Like, I get it. Okay, so help people who need help. I get it.
Yes. Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know,
No, I'm not. You're right.
single moms,
Yep.
um,
Disability people that got some
disability, whatever,
situations,
elderly. I get it.
elderly.
I get it. There can be programs set up to help those people,
Yep.
but it is so abused by people who are perfectly capable of working that just flat out don't.
Well, yeah, and then they get, you know, yeah, they sell their food. That's why they put stipulations on getting food help now.
What you can get, yeah.
Yeah, because people were selling it and people, are buying whatever. It's just
I know.
it's a shitty thing because there are people out there that need it, and then it makes it hard for them people to get the help that they need.
Well, and here's the thing, like, why I'm not a completely selfish person, okay?
Right.
I help people when if I need to help people, okay? Um but why the hell am I paying for some other jackwagon so they can eat? You know what I mean? Like, if they're not contributing, why am I paying tax dollars so it can go to that? Do you follow me?
No, I'm with you 100%. I'm with you. I said the same thing.
Like, if they need a hamburger, I'll grill them a hamburger. I don't care. But why am I throwing this tax money into this pool of whatever that I don't even know where it's going, to be
Yeah.
honest with you?
Or if you need it, you can't get it.
Right.
Because I was in a situation like that. And that made me even more mad and upset.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah.
I'm with you. It's bullshit.
Yeah, when you're out of work and you can't get what you need, but some other dickhole can work and refuses to work or just decides that they don't want to.
Yeah, I seen there was, well, I mean, even the housing, that's a whole other situation too. People rent's going up.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find. There was a gal that was looking for a place and she's on a waiting list, and a 2-bedroom apartment around here, in our area is $800 a month. And it's like, it's kind of shit. When I first started renting, when I got on the house back when I was, 18, 20, it was like 350, 375 for a 2-bedroom apartment.
I remember I was down in Appleton. I had a 2-bedroom apartment for, I think it was like $550 a month.
Yeah, but that was a
Something
bigger
like that.
city area.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
No, I had a guy on my route, he bought the house to rent out, and he's like, "Oh, I could easily rent this thing out for $800 a month." I'm like, why no one's gonna pay that rent here for a house like that? And he didn't find anybody. He's living in it now. It's like, well, of course not. You had the rent too high. No one wants to pay that kind of money. And if you're a renter, I'm sorry, if you're a renter, you can't afford the reason you're renting is because you can't afford a mortgage, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Well, yeah,
I'm
your
overthinking it.
credit
I don't know.
score isn't the best. You can't get a loan, but that's the whole market, the housing market too. That's tough. You got to
Yeah.
you got to have more of a down payment now, depending on your history and your credit score and all that. Like, it all plays a factor.
Right.
It's not like it was.
No, I think when I got my house loan, they pretty much just threw one at me.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, you're 20, perfect. You fit the bill. Here you go.
Bingo. You got a job?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Shit.
Get after it.
Anyway.
Have fun.
Yeah, man.
And I did.
This is a good time. Well, yeah. And now look at us. Look at you. Look at me.
Yeah, I'm still in the house. 20 years later. Well, when did I buy the house? 2005. I think I bought my house in 2005. So 18 years.
That's good though.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, that was just some shit on my mind today. Throw that
yeah.
at you.
Another good talk.
Yeah.
I got my new microphone.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds
I gotta
good.
get that boom thing set up so that way I can be
The boomstick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get this thing all figured out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snap my fingers in here or something. I don't know.
You'll get it. Yeah, I don't know. I like mine. It's cool. I like to grab on a microphone once in a while. I don't know why I do that.
Yeah, just moving around because it's habit now.
Well, I got to move around. I don't sit down. I stand. I have to stand. Part of my situation. So if people watching see me moving around all the time, it's just what I have to do. Not all coped up or something.
I don't know how. I'm gonna have to see how you got yours set up. Yours looks.
You like it?
No, I know it looks nice, and I need mine to look nice.
Well, I can come over and help you for about $25. I'm just kidding.
And
yeah, we'll get you set up. But
it's
yeah,
all
now
good.
I'm getting hungry now. What are you having for dinner?
Probably leftovers. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to scavenge the fridge.
All right.
We'll see. I don't know. The wife's not home yet, so
okay.
Who knows? I have to order something. I don't know.
That's good too. I usually do that on the weekends.
I'll probably message her first and see what she's thinking.
All right. Well, you got anything
Otherwise,
else?
scrape up the leftovers, man. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm the Hoover here.
Same here. Well, you got anything else that's on your mind, or?
No.
That's pretty much good for right now, I am.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Midwest Monks coming at you with some
Till
real talk,
time.
some serious uncensored conversations and discussions. Right. But until next time, see you guys later.
See ya.
Peace.